Hi Abhishek, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Absolutely fine, thank you. So can you tell me something about yourself?
Yes, sure. Hi Rakesh, I'm Abhishek Jadhav. I did my graduation from Amravati University. Uh, Now currently I'm working as a quality analyst in investment banking domain. Here I was working on the understanding the user story and day-to-day flow of activity, preparing test scenario, test data for the automation script, and so like I was involved in a different types of ceremonies of agile, like sprint planning meeting, sprint retrospective meeting, and scrum meeting as well.
Hmm.
uh yes. And I have around 3 years of experience, and like I started my career in manual testing, then I'll switch into automation, and from last 1 year I'm doing good in automation from last 1 year. So here I was using Java as a programming language and Selenium tool with TestNG Java Unit Framework with Maven project also.
Okay. So can you tell us something about the framework?
Yes. So in my organization, we are using Java as a programming language and data-driven framework. So one of famous data framework is test data. So which we are keeping in our Excel sheet by using Apache POI, and this test data we are going to use in our test script. So there is another component like external reporter, which generate automatically in the form of like .xml file, and also there is a one common utility class where we can store the common method like Excel fetch data and screenshot of test cases.
Hmm.
And also there is a like we are using a page object module for design pattern, so it will be tightly encapsulated, and by using find by annotation we'll find the element and initialize into the constructor where the page factor is class and init element we are going to use. And there is another test class as well as base class. So base class is a like we are store the browser launching property as well,
Hmm.
and test class where we can execution of the test cases. And also there is a src main java and src test java folder, where in src main java we can like store the form classes, and in test class we are executing the test cases. Sorry, in src test java we are executing the test cases. And there is a like TestNG framework, we are for scripting we are using TestNG framework. So we'll like call the data of our test script by using different TestNG notation like listener and uh, asset asset class. So by using TestNG we can perform the cross browser testing, and we can run only failed test cases as well, and we can run multiple test cases at the same time. And also we are going to trigger our automation. So they're like by using Jenkins, and we are using GitHub for the all the source code of our code will push to the main branch of the GitHub. And also there is a like browser folder, screenshot folder, and like driver folder. So where in browser folder we are store the launching properties of our browser, and driver folder we are store the .exe file of our framework, and also screenshot where we can store the screenshots of our test cases like failed or pass or skip. That's it for the
Okay, okay, great. So what is the reporting mechanism that you are using?
reporting mechanism.
Mm-hmm. Like,
uh,
do you use the TestNG reports, the normal default reports, or do you use any extent report or any other report?
I don't have any idea about external report because I'm just identify the locator and execution of test script. But I have little bit about which by using external report we can generate a report about text execution of test cases.
Mm.
So for that we need to create a object of extend spark reporter,
Mm.
and then we'll also need I think there is a also we create an object of extend reporter,
Mm.
and whatever we can give the reference. So reference dot extend system dot info.
Mm.
That's so that's it.
Okay. So you were telling about Apache POI, right? Now, what is
uh,
Apache POI?
so it is like a dependency which we use for the excel sheet for storing the data.
Mm.
Like we'll paste the data from excel sheet to in our test script.
Right, right. So Apache POI is actually an open source library, right? It is
Yes.
developed so that you can read and write MS Excel files
Yes.
using
Yes.
Java. Okay.
Java.
So
Yes.
it is your Java Excel solution. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Now, which are the various interface in and which are the various classes in POI? So this Apache POI you are using, right? So you would be,
Yes.
yeah. So which are the various interface and which are the various classes?
So in Apache POI or in framework, so will like interface is our WebDriver, and
Hmm.
the like different classes as utility class is there, also base class is there, so and also test class is there,
No, no.
and
Yeah. So in this POI, in this Apache POI you are using, right? So within this POI, which are the various interface that you are using?
uh, like uh, in Apache POI, like
For example, workbook is one of the interface,
yes, yes
right?
sir, yes sir,
So
yeah, file,
HSF, yeah. So HSSF workbook is there and
X,
XSSF workbook classes are there. They
yes,
will implement this in workbook
uh,
interface.
yes sir, yes sir,
Hmm.
okay, yes, and also there is a file input stream
Hmm.
class is there.
Okay. Which are the other interface and class apart from this?
Not so much, not technical.
Okay, no worries. See, this is a mock interview. Even if you don't know the
Yes,
answer of this question, it is absolutely fine. So, in a
yes,
real-time interview, as you are having data-driven framework, and I also saw your CV, so that CV
yes,
is also open, and you have written, this is good data-driven framework, and all these things you have written. So
yes,
definitely you will get questions on these kind of Apache POI and all these things. So see,
okay,
workbook, sheet, row, cell, these are interface. Okay. Now,
yes,
when it comes to sheet, so again, these HSSF workbook is there and XSSF workbook is there. These are the classes that will implement this particular interface. So
yes,
whichever interfaces are there, workbook, sheet, row, cell, these are all the interfaces, right? Then there are some classes. So if I
yeah,
say XLS based extension is also supported, XLSX based extension is also
excellent,
supported, right? So
yes,
when it comes
yes,
to XLS class, then you can tell, the class name can be HSSF kind of related,
okay,
class. When it comes
yes,
to XLSX, right, then the class name would be starting with XSSF. So those kind of workbook, sheet, row, cell, those kind of things you can,
yes,
okay,
yes,
right?
got
And
it,
then further they can ask you like, how will you represent a cell in a row of XLS file? So that is HSSF cell you can create. Then how will you represent a cell in a row of XLSX file? So that is XSSF cell, those kind of things. Okay. So this is all about Apache POI.
yes.
Now, yeah. Now what is Maven?
So Maven is a project so which we are using for the maintaining the build our maintaining our build and like different dependencies for also dependencies. So we'll using pom.xml file. Inside the Maven project, we can like easily maintain our code properly.
Hmm.
And so I was already told that there is a present like SRC main Java folder as well as SRC test Java folder. So
Hmm.
inside the main Java folder, we can store the POM classes, all the POM classes, and inside the test Java folder, we can store the execution of test cases.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So, do you know about remote repository in Maven?
Remote repository in Maven.
Hmm.
So no, I just like page object model is a nothing but a like repository. So where we can store our objects and web elements.
Okay, no worries. See, sometimes what happens in companies or in organizations, they develop their own custom repository, right? That will
Yes.
be having their own artifacts, jar files, libraries.
Oh,
So
yes.
this is a type of repository that will remain private for the use inside that organization. So that is remote
Remote.
kind of
Okay,
repository.
that is right. Yes. Yes.
Okay, how will you determine the version of Maven in your system?
Version of Maven.
So I'll give you a hint. There is a, small command that you need to execute in the command prompt from which you will come to know the version.
Not sorry, sir, not recalling.
Okay, no worries. So to determine the version of Maven, we are using in our system the command in the console. You can enter mvn space dash version. Okay.
NVN.
Yeah, mvn space dash version. So that you will come to
Yes,
know.
sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir, that was.
right. Okay. Now coming to the next question.
Yes.
Let's say you had triggered your automation
Yes.
on Friday. Okay. On Friday, it was running. It was up and running. Saturday and
Yes.
Sunday, it's not working. So sorry.
Yes.
I mean the company is closed. You are also not working. So
Yes.
everything is
Yes.
fine. Now on
Yes.
Monday, the same automation script which was running on Friday is not running fully on Monday. Like sometimes
Yes.
it is failing, sometimes it is getting passed. And
Yes.
yeah, and one more thing is that uh, it is not like the code has changed or any changes has been pushed by some other automation person in your code, right? That is not like that. But still the same script, it is getting failed sometimes and sometimes it is passing. So can you
Yes.
tell me what can be the reason behind it?
uh like one of the reason is there like network issue. So like on suppose Friday there is a different network, and on Monday there is a different speed of network, so it will be like it will not running of that type. And
Hmm,
also like mm, yes, and
that's
also
it. Hmm.
yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, so network issue you are telling.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, apart
Yes.
from network, anything else?
You will already say that there is a nothing change in code, so
Hmm.
I don't think so.
Hmm. Okay,
Mm,
so okay, so network issue can be there. Okay, so you mean to say internet connectivity issue can be
yes,
there because
internet.
of which
Yes.
the website itself is getting slow and that's why it
So
is getting failed. Yeah,
yes.
fine. That can be one of the reason. Good. Okay. Now consider the same situation. Okay, on Friday it was running and on
Yes.
Monday it is not running totally. Okay.
Yes.
It's completely getting failed. Let's say you triggered it 5 times and 5 times it got failed. Then what you would do?
Mm,
So two things you have to do. One is identify the root cause. Second is
yeah.
how you will find the solution. How will you solve it?
Yeah. So we are going to check like log files. So where we are facing the issue related to our script,
Mhm.
and find the root cause of like log.error, where we'll store our actions, execution actions. So we'll find out from that situation. We can find the root cause of analysis to the script,
Mhm.
and that's.
Good. Mm,
Is there any add for in my answer? So addition of.
no, I think this is good. The log files is good. Okay, one more
Yes.
reason you can add over here is the
Mm.
browser version also you will check. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Because if like on Friday different version, and it is updated on like Monday, so yeah,
Yeah.
that time will fail our test script. Yeah,
Okay. Now this
yeah.
can also be one of the reason. Now the interviewer
Yes.
might ask you if you are giving this answer. No, they might also ask you, how will you make sure that these things are not repeated in future?
Mm. Yes. So like we were going to run like on Friday. So we'll firstly check the browsers version like updated or not.
Hmm.
So that's the.
So you can use WebDriver Manager, right?
Yes.
So WebDriver Manager will independently take care of all such things. So you don't need to worry for even if the version is getting updated or such kind
Mm.
of issues or environment things, right? That is totally taken care by WebDriver Manager. So you can tell these kind of answer in an interview. Okay. Now, how will you capture screenshots in
Yes.
Selenium?
Yes, sir. So we have a text screenshot is a interface. So which
Mm,
we are going to we cannot create a object of interface. So we'll take a reference of driver and make a upcast of text screenshot interface. And it we need a for uh, screenshot we need file and source. So we'll first
mm,
file equals file source equals to ts dot get screenshot as method, and output type dot file is an extension, and there is a another file target. So file target equals to new file, and there is will provide the path of where we want to store screenshot, and we have a find handler and the dot copy method. So we will going to provide the source and target is there, and we take the screenshot of that whole page. And also never want to yeah, that's it, sir, in Selenium.
okay, okay. Can you tell me the 5 ways for comparing two strings in Java?
Yeah.
Mm,
So we are going to use double equals to operator
mm,
string, and then we are going to use a dot equals method also.
mm.
mm, so comparing
Yes. So you have, let's say you have two strings, right?
yes.
So you don't need to write the program, but just tell
Mm.
me how will you compare two strings in Java?
Yeah, so one of yeah, I was told you dot equals method is there,
Hmm.
and also comparison operator, and that's it, sir. Dot equals ignore case is uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
dot. Yeah,
equal
that is
equals
also
ignore case.
correct,
Yes,
correct. So string equals method, string
yes,
equal ignore case, then object
yes,
equal method, string compare to method using double equal to operator.
yes,
That
yes,
also can be used. Okay.
yes, sir.
So that's how you can use. Okay. Now you have joined from laptop, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now I'm giving you one Java program. You need to share your screen and you need to write the Java program. Uh,
Host disable participant.
so the you have to write the Java program to find the largest number in an array. Okay.
Okay, okay, no
So
problem.
I'm giving you array as well.
It will be show that host disable participant screen share.
Okay. Just a
Please
sec.
enable.
Yeah, yeah. I'm allowing you. Okay. Now can you share your screen?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah.
Yes. Wait.
Yeah. So array is this one. You have to find the largest.
Hmm. No, what I need to do? What I should select? Text.
Array also I have sent you.
No, no, no. After I'll choose a whiteboard. So
No, no, don't go for whiteboard. Just share your entire screen and go for notepad.
yes. Okay, that directly I will go to the notepad. Is it visible?
Yeah, just stop sharing it and reshare it. It's, yeah, now reshare it and select entire screen. In entire screen, then you open the notepad and in that you can
Yes.
write the code.
Is it now share?
Yes.
Is it, can I zoom it?
Yeah, yeah, zoom.
So here we want to find maximum value from array.
Yeah, so you have to write a Java program to find the largest number in an array. So largest number in an array that you have to find.
6. Yeah.
Yes.
We'll take one int that is max.
Mm.
Something. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now can you explain me this program?
Yes, sir. So here we'll take one int is max equals to 0. So a of 0 means a of 0 detects will like we declare the value of a of max equals to a of 0. So when we'll like take one for loop, so we start from 0, and here we are a of 0 is like max a of like max value is a of 0, so it will be compared to the a of I, and then it will come into if statement. So here we'll compare a of I is greater than equal to max. So it will swipe. I think I need one.
Yeah. I think uh,
Yeah.
a small suggestion is 2 for loops. You need to
Yes, yes, sir. Yeah, yeah, got it. I did to compare with 0, so I need to one
absolutely.
for loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will compare with I plus 1. So here swapping.
Hmm.
That is now is it right?
Hmm. For j equal to I plus 1.
Yeah,
J is less than total. J is less than length minus 1.
it will compare. No, I think
No, no, still minor modifications. No worries, you can take your time.
So please tell me the hint because
Okay,
I don't recall.
I'll share my screen and I'll show you the solution.
Okay, okay, sir. Can I
See
stop my
your
screen?
Yeah, yes, you can stop sharing your screen. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
You are
little
almost,
bit.
yeah, you are almost
Yes.
there. Uh, I'll show you the solution, so immediately you will come to know. See, uh, even see two for loops that was there, right?
Yes, I need to swapping of that number
Yeah,
into the yeah.
swapping of the number is required. So that
Yes.
logic was
Yes. Yes.
there. And what
Yes.
I have done is I have returned the total minus one at the
Total
end. The
one.
total whatever is there that I have taken over here, right?
Yes.
Variable.
Yes.
And whichever the largest is there, so that will I'll get
Largest.
in this form.
Yes.
System not out dot println.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I need to swap this number into the.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Got it. Got it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what is Jenkins?
Jenkins is a continuous integration tool we use for the triggers automation automatically, like automation.
Mhm. Okay.
And like there is a like continuous integration, continuous deployment, and continuous delivery process will happen.
Mhm. So,
And
yeah, in your
this,
company, in your project, do you use Jenkins to trigger the automation?
uh, no, actually, I'm not involved in trigger the automation.
Mhm.
Like I'm not creating any pipelines.
Okay, no worries. So, in a real-time interview, if you are asked this question, so at least tell some basics like, how many stages are there in your pipeline, right? So, it is fine that it is taken care by the DevOps team or by some other
Yes.
team member, but just
Yes.
get the basic information related to Jenkins, CI/CD, and tell these things in an interview. It will give you a positive impact for
Okay.
you in the interview. Okay. Okay, Abhishek, I am done with the interview. Do you have any questions for
Uh,
me?
uh, uh, just one second.
Mhm.
Just like how just tell me the like about Jenkins little bit. Like
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
there is a continuous integration, continuous deployment, and continuous delivery.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when we are going to yes sir.
Okay. So you want me to explain about Jenkins?
Yes, little brief idea about like what should I want to tell them. So
Okay.
in brief.
Okay. No worries. So let's say if someone is asking you about Jenkins in a real-time
Yes.
interview, so you can
Yes.
answer like in my project, I have got 6 stages and I have not created the pipeline, but I am aware about what the process is. So the
Yes.
pipeline has got 6 stages. Right? The first stage is that it would create the virtual machine on the fly. So whatever the configuration is there, whatever memory
Mm.
RAM is there, that with that configuration, with those parameters, the machine would be created on the fly. That thing is taken care in the first stage. In the second stage, what happens is whatever the automation script is there, whatever the
Mm.
code that we have written, as we are using Git as a version control repository,
Yeah.
whatever the yeah, so whatever the code is there, that would get downloaded in that newly created machine, right?
Yes.
The third
Yes.
stage, what would happen? The application under automation, or you can also
Mm.
say the application under test, for which the build or the release for which the testing is to be done, that code would be downloaded, right? And it would be integrated and it would be made up and running. The site on which the automation needs to be running, that would be made up and running, right? So now the first 3 stages are done. The environment on which the automation is to be run, that
Mm.
the environment, the application on which the automation is to be run, that is also ready. And your automation script is also ready on that machine.
Yes.
Now on fourth stage, what will happen? Your automation script would start running. It would execute. Okay. In the fifth stage, the reporting would be generated. Like, for example, 100 test had got executed. So 90 got passed, 10 got failed. In the
Yes.
sixth stage, the reports would be sent to the stakeholders or to the other customers
Mm.
or clients
Yes.
or your team managers, right? Internal or
Yes.
external reports. Okay, so this is how you have to tell about Jenkins. It's a 6 stage process. Now, in many cases, what happens is they make five stage project only, like 5 stage pipeline only. Like after execution, they will send the email, they will generate the report, and they will send in the email in the 5 stage. Some people can complete this kind of procedure in 4 stage also. But this is how the end-to-end process is. Irrespective of number of stages, this is what we are achieving from the Jenkins. Okay.
Yes, just I have one question, sir. So which area I need to improvement? Like,
Yeah. So you can you need to improve in in the framework related things like Apache POI is there.
Apache POI. Yes.
Yeah. So one question that I remember was about POI classes and interface, right?
Yes, yes.
Then Maven, basic things like how can you know the version of the uh, Maven
Yes.
that is installed. Then about these Java programs, you will be definitely asked to write the Java programs in an interview,
Yes.
right? So you can practice these kind of programs
Yes, sir.
and CI/CD. Yeah, rest all
Yes.
is good. Yeah, no worries.
Yes.
Okay, all the best, Abhishek, for your career,
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
and thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for giving this opportunity and giving such like a beautiful suggestion for me.
Yeah, thank you so much, Abhishek. Yeah, happy to help.
Yes.